that this is probably the most corrupt Treasury Department in our nation's history. And
while you
dance around questions to protect Trump, Americans are suffering in Trump's spiraling.
That right there was Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent spiraling out of control when he was testifying under oath before the House Representatives. Hat tip to Congresswoman Sanchez for a great cross-examination of Treasury Secretary Bessent. Let me show you what went down at this testimony given by Treasury Secretary Bessent. Here we have Democratic Congressmember Larson cross-examining Bessent about, can you just tell us whether you believe there's a war or not taking place? Like, let's start with some basic questions. Watch Bessent flail. Let's play this clip.
Are we at war twice that much every year under the Biden administration? Are we at war currently? The conflict has been halted. The conflict has been halted. So we're not at war. So our military is not involved. We're not at war. Again, if you would like for me to call the Secretary of War, I can ask. I'm the Secretary of Treasury. So as part of the administration and as part of this, we're not at war. How in God's name, if we can't answer any questions at all, and I don't know, maybe there was some special orders where we're not allowed to these questions or not. We ought to make that clear. Are we at war or not? I'm asking as relation to the cost of going up for oil and gas. That hasn't risen. Well, has it risen because of the war? It did rise because of the conflict. Yes, sir. The conflict. So that's what we call it. Our people go into battle and lose their lives.
Mr. Larson, your time has expired.
More from Congresswoman Sanchez right here. Watch her cross-examination of Treasury Secretary Bessent. Real powerful stuff. Let's play it.
Mr. Secretary, do you believe that all Americans should follow our tax laws?
Yes, Congressman.
Yes, good. So do I. And do you believe that for those Americans who break our tax laws, they should be audited or held accountable?
Well, I think there are two things there. An audit is not a result of breaking the law.
Yes or no? Simple question.
Well, no, it's not a simple question. It's
okay,
a two-part
then
question.
let me break it into two. Do you think they should?
If you're asking me,
please don't interrupt me.
Be audited?
Please answer that. I came here for answers. If you came here to waste time, I'm going to try to make sure you don't do that. Do you believe that people who lie on their tax returns should be audited?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that people who break our laws should be held accountable, our tax laws?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Very simple. Not a hard question. No. I'm glad we agree. So why is it that you are allowing President Trump to have complete immunity from being audited?
Again, I'm going to have to refer you to my previous statements. And
what was your previous statement, sir?
That I am unable to comment on any of the ongoing litigation.
Okay, can you name the ongoing case concerning President Trump's immunity from audit?
Sorry?
Can you name?
There are three cases.
Can you name them, please?
That are out there now, and I will be happy to get back to you on those because, again, I am not a lawyer.
Okay.
We are represented by the DOJ.
Great. You said that you can't because there's ongoing litigation. You'll get me the name of the ongoing litigation because the only ongoing litigation that I know of is surrounding the $1.8 million slush fund, which has already been suspended. The fact is that the judge's ruling in the litigation that references that slush fund only addresses the anti-weaponization fund. It doesn't even address Trump's immunity from audit. So I would like to ask unanimous consent to enter into the record the judge's order in the Floyd versus Department of Justice case.
Without objection.
Thank you.
And then here we have Congressmember Larson asking Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent some very basic questions. Let's play this clip.
Had anything to do with core inflation?
Sir?
Does the war in Iran have anything to do with core inflation? Or you can't answer that, or either, or are we precluded from asking that?
Well, I'm not sure what the question is.
Let me make it as simple as I can. Does the war in Iran, are you with me? Does the war in Iran
thus far
have witnessed the rise in gas prices as it caused?
Well, again, that is the regular inflation, and gas prices have gone up, which I believe will be temporary.
So gas prices have gone up, but you believe they're temporary.
Core inflation has dropped 0.5% since President Trump came to office.
Geez, you know, when I'm home in my district, I'm going to just tell those people, geez, you know what? You missed this whole thing. Don't you understand core inflation? You guys are better off. I mean, these gas prices, I don't know what you people are thinking out there. For God's sake, you know, you should be doing cartwheels in the street over the price of gas. So what is the administration's plan to lower gas prices?
We've taken the many.
Are you in favor of eliminating the gas tax?
We have moved to.
Are you in favor of eliminating the gas tax?
We would like to work with.
More from Congresswoman Sanchez right here. Here's the full exchange of what I showed at the outset. Powerful, powerful stuff. Great work, Congresswoman Sanchez. Let's play it.
I hope that you're proud of your performance today, Mr. Secretary, because
I hope you get some social media
I think it's pretty
clips.
safe to say that this is probably the most corrupt Treasury Department in our nation's history. And while you dance around questions to protect Trump, Americans are suffering in Trump's spiraling economy.
And
inflation is now rising faster than average hourly wages. Gas prices are at an all-time high with the war in Iran. The cost of groceries has risen 3.2% over the past years, and prices on most goods have gone up because of Trump's tariffs. So I don't see how you could call that anything other than a failure of the most corrupt Treasury Department in history.
Your time has expired, Ms. Sanchez.
Thank you. My time has expired.
Secretary, I would love for you to respond to the accusations at your department, because I think you are due the opportunity for that.
The Congresswoman is slanderous. She has nothing but the unsubstantiated opinions, and I will not stand for that. There is nothing corrupt. We move at the highest levels, and just because she cannot get the answer she wants, if she would like to give me facts, she seems long on facts, short on facts, long on hot air, and I will not stand for that. Yeah, that's great.
Mr. Arrington is recognized.
Disgrace to make a remark like that.
Apparently, my colleagues had a sudden interest in the.
Then you go to Congress Member Thompson right here and watch this cross-examination, and you'll just see how cagey Bessent is and what a liar he is, frankly. Here, let's play this clip.
Electricity bills are up 8.5%. Is that golden?
Sir, you can ask.
Yes or no?
You can ask me a question. You can't tell me how to answer it. So.
Okay, let me put it this way, Mr. Secretary, because you're obviously not here to answer questions.
I am here to answer questions.
It's my time, Mr. Secretary. It's my time. Health insurance costs are up 26%. That's not golden. Child care costs are up 9%. That's not golden. Gas prices are up nearly 50%. That's not golden. Grocery prices are still straining family budgets. That's not golden. Mr. Secretary, working families don't feel like they're living through a golden age. And while H.R. 1 may have delivered modest tax cuts for some Americans, many families are seeing those savings wiped out by higher costs everywhere they shop. Is that what this administration considers a golden age? And that's rhetorical, so you don't even have to try and talk over me. Secretary, Mr. Secretary, what should I tell my constituents when they ask about these costs? Farmers who are being hit by high costs of fuel and fertilizers, who can't get their product to market because of the war in Iran. Tell them it's golden?
You should tell them that we've had 2.6% economic growth since President Trump took office, despite the Democratic.
These farmers are pretty smart, Mr. Secretary.
Well, no, people in California, The one person
reclaiming my time. These farmers are pretty smart, Mr. Secretary, and they're not going to fall for that line. I understand your...
Then I'll show you Congresswoman Chu's cross-examination of Treasury Secretary Bessent. Let's play it.
You agree with President Trump that you also do not care about Americans' financial situations?
Congresswoman, who was the president during World War I?
Can you...
No,
are you refusing to answer my question?
No, I'm asking, who was the president during World War I?
I don't know, but clearly you are not answering my question.
During World War I was. But let me tell you.
So I'm clearly getting the idea that you do not want to answer whether you agree with President Trump that you do not care about Americans' financial situations.
President Trump does care about Americans' financial situations.
Well, he actually said that he doesn't.
No, that is a truncated thing, like everything is, that he is future-proofing, because I can tell you, Americans' financial situations would be devastated if Iran got a nuclear weapon and there was a permanent shutdown of the flow of energy out of the Middle East.
And one of the things that Bessent wanted to continue to say is Joe Biden this, Joe Biden that. So let me show you what went down when you had Democratic Congress member Boyle, who's also the ranking member of the Budget Committee. Watch his cross-examination of Bessent right here. Real powerful stuff. Let's play this.
So everything else would be discretionary spending, Congressman.
Well,
it would be.
Well, I'll tell you what. To reclaim my time. I can settle how the American people are feeling about this economy because I have the data on it right here from Fox News just the other week on the president and this administration's handling of the economy. 71% of the American people disapprove, including 40% of Republicans. On the president's handling of inflation, 72% disapprove. They disapprove, in fact, by a 3-to-1 margin over approval. So do you agree with the American people, or are they just wrong?
Look, the American people were torched under the Biden administration.
Oh my God, I wish I had $1 for every time you or someone on the Republican side brought up Biden's name. If I did, I might have as much money as you have, Mr. Secretary.
You would have lost 22% of your purchasing power because that's what happened.
So the American people are wrong. The fact that by a 3-to-1 margin, they disapprove of this president and your performance on the economy. They're wrong.
Congresswoman Del Bene focused her cross-examination on Bessent regarding the data breaches and privacy breaches that took place when the Treasury Department gave DOJ all of the access to our personal information. Let's play this clip.
GAO's audit determined that a DOJ employee was inadvertently granted temporary access to create, modify, and delete data from the payment system. Mr. Secretary, you failed to impose basic safeguards that left millions of Americans' personal data vulnerable to unauthorized access and abuse. And so my question for you is, do you take responsibility for that? And what specific measures, if any, have you taken afterwards to protect the affected individuals' data and rebuild confidence in your department's handling of sensitive information?
Again, would you care to look up what does inadvertent mean?
Have you taken? But you're in charge. You are responsible for this. Do you take responsibility for that? Do you take responsibility?
I will take responsibility.
Okay, and then and again, what has been done to make sure that can never happen again?
Congresswoman, it was read-only. They had no ability to edit.
What has happened to make sure that never happens again?
We have, just as we have at the IRS, we have tightened up all protocols on systems.
Now going back to Congresswoman Chu right here, she says, look, I got a very basic question for you. 100 days ago or so, you said it would only be 50 days of elevated prices and everything would be then returned to be amazing in this country. So will you admit that you were wrong when you promised people that we would have lower prices in 50 days? Right, it was kind of like their 90 deals in 90 days gimmick. You said 50 days, prices go down. We're now 100 days in the war and prices remain elevated. But, you know, Bessent and this whole regime is a regime of liars, right? So they just go, no, the prices are down. Prices aren't down. What are you talking about? Here, let's watch this.
And I guarantee
was your prediction that Americans would face only 50 days of temporary elevated prices wrong? You said that Americans would face only 50 days of temporary elevated prices. Was that wrong? Since actually, of course, we're at 100 days now.
How much have gasoline prices come down from the peak? 7%. Crude prices are down more than 20, and gasoline prices follow crude prices.
Well, then reclaiming my time.
Those are inconvenient facts.
Reclaiming my time, gas prices are up by 50% since Trump war started and up nearly 30% from last year. Diesel and jet fuel prices have risen even faster because refining markets are strained. Utility costs have soared due to higher natural gas and fuel input costs. And that means commutes, home heating and electricity, airline tickets, and delivery fees are all more expensive. And how about grocery prices? They jumped more in April than they did in nearly 4 years since when Biden was president.
There you have it, though. Let me know what you think about that cross-examination of Bessent. I thought real powerful stuff right there. Do me a favor, hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers, and thanks for watching, everybody.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.